Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are
Good
you?
afternoon, Anushka.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're a student?
Yes, ma'am. A 10th grader.
10th grader. All right. Where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Faridabad, Haryana.
Okay. All right. So tell me the areas that you're working on in terms of your communication.
In terms of my communication, first of all, I'm working on my pace, like on which I speak, because sometimes I tend to speak very fast. But when I try to remind myself that I have to speak slowly,
Hmm.
so at
Hmm.
that time it becomes easier for me. So first thing is this, and
Hmm.
the another one is incorporating new words and vocabulary, because
Hmm.
I know that there are many kind of advanced words and new words in my dictionary, but they are
Hmm.
not in my active dictionary. So that is what I'm working on.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Anushka, I would like you to talk more to me so that I can understand the areas that you need to work upon further. So, is the class session or topic obsession okay with you, or should we discuss on something else?
We can discuss this topic only.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, all right. So, please open up your session notes. So, first, let me understand what is obsession. Do you know the meaning of this word?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Can you
Obsession.
explain it to me?
Yes, ma'am. Obsession, it means like we are in a state, like if we like something, so we
Hmm.
can balance it. But when liking comes to it at a end or at a point, like we
Hmm.
can think about only that particular thing. It could be about a person, about anything, and we
Hmm.
cannot think about anything else. It
Hmm.
could be any food item, any habit, or even any person. So
Hmm.
at that time, the liking, it converts into obsession. So
Yeah.
this is what obsession means.
Obsession. So, obsession is a kind of a disease. Liking is a very pleasant emotion. You can
Yes,
like a particular dress, you can like some person, you can like some food, you can like some place. It can be a person can like anything, right? But
yes,
then
ma'am.
when you become obsessed about it, like let's talk about food. So, some people just become obsessed with, let's say, pizza or pasta. So, what will happen is that you will get into obsessive compulsive eating habits. So every time you feel hungry, you want to have a pizza only.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it also connotes a lack of emotional regulation.
Okay.
An obsessive person means that person does not have emotional regulation, because
Okay.
everyone is emotional, right? We are all human beings, and that's how we are different from other species. We have emotions.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
can we regulate our emotion? That is what makes you a normal person. If we cannot regulate our emotion, then we will have anger bursts, then we will have depression, or we will have obsession. So all these things mean that we lack that particular, it's like a switch, right?
Yes.
On and
Yes,
off
ma'am.
kind of a switch.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're a 10th grader, you must have seen children around you being obsessed. Sometimes at this age we become obsessed with people also.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and that kind of turns into a negative emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
True. Okay,
So we
ma'am.
see people develop or start having feelings for someone, but then because they cannot regulate that thing, so what happens is that that liking turns into obsession. And
Obsession.
somehow then there are these words like toxic, red flag, green flag. So all these terms are your terms, like people from your age, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, come down a little bit on page number 3. There are a few words that are given, and on the other hand, there are meanings. So you have to match the meaning of the word.
Yes,
Let's do.
ma'am.
Yeah.
So the first word is fascination.
Hmm.
It means that extremely interested.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes, ma'am. And
Yes.
the other one is baleful. I
Hmm.
think this is a new word for me, so I would try to guess
Or
this
what you
answer.
can do is you can match the meaning of all the other words, and the one that will be left out will be baleful.
Okay, so funds is it means money,
Yeah.
and the fourth one is jovial.
Hmm.
it that happiness,
Yes.
and fiction is something that is not real, and the
Correct.
painful, the last is left is unhealthy or harmful.
Yes, yes. So if a question like this comes to you, or you're not able to understand the meaning, then what do? You figure out the meaning of the other things that you know,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
automatically you come up with a
Yes,
solution.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I use
Yes.
this in exams also.
Yeah. In life also you can do it. So many a
Yes,
times we're
ma'am.
stuck in situations we don't have a solution to it. So,
Yes,
what is advisable? To stop at that point? No. To keep doing things that you know, and ultimately, sometimes the difficult thing gets resolved on its own. You get the
yes, ma'am.
solution. Yeah?
Yes, true.
Yes. So, next is again, there are certain words like foodie. Foodie
Yes,
is someone who loves food.
food. Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me one more word for somebody who's a foodie? A synonym?
A synonym, it could be obsessed with food or
Hmm.
food lover. This thing only comes to my mind.
Have you heard of this word, glutton? In the chat box, I've
No,
written.
that's a new word.
So,
Glutton.
glutton, and from glutton is gluttony. So,
Glutton.
glutton is a person who ends up eating a lot of food, like a foodie, obsessed person. Gluttony
Okay.
is that, again, that greed for food.
Okay. Got that.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, can you use this word in a sentence of your own?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So he was a gluttony. Because of this, he
He
ended
was
up
a glutton. He was a glutton.
he
He
was
was a glutton. If you want to use it as a noun, it has to be glutton. So the person is glutton. The activity he indulges in is gluttony.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So he ended up with obesity because he was
Hmm.
glutton. He was a
Yes.
glutton. Yes.
Yes. Correct. Next is hazardous. Hazardous is,
Harmful.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Like as we have seen that obsession is hazardous for everyone,
Hmm.
but liking is not. Liking or loving something is not.
Hmm. 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 It's a healthy emotion. And you've
Yes.
learned one more word for harmful today. What was that?
That it was baleful.
Yes. So, whenever you are preparing for your vocabulary, what you do is you take up one word. Like harmful is a word that we commonly use. Now, write
Yes,
down five synonyms of harmful, which we
yes.
don't use that often. Five antonyms of harmful. So, this will
Okay.
give you, like, it's like learning words through their word families. So, next
Okay.
time when you're talking, replace harmful with an advanced word like hazardous or baleful.
Okay.
That is how you end up developing your vocabulary.
Okay. Got that.
Yes. And next you have obsession.
Yes, ma'am. It means that state in which you can only think about one person or thing, that you cannot think of anything else.
Hmm.
Like as you mentioned that there are many kind of obsession, and I've
Hmm.
seen that the example could be
Hmm.
that one of my friends, she is obsessed with plants.
Okay.
So this can be the example, I guess.
Yeah. So to be obsessed with anything too much, like too much of dieting also. It's like sometimes people are too much into dieting. Then they end up
Yes.
becoming anorexic.
Yes, ma'am. That
Yeah.
is something like it should be balanced. Like
Yes.
there should be not too much like we are avoiding dieting, but there should be a balance.
Yes.
So
So give me one
yes.
more word for balance.
Balance, I don't know any new word for that.
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium or equivalent fractions for that.
Equivalent is equal to, equilibrium is a state of balance.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So, Anushka, I think this is a very doable thing. What you can do in terms of your vocabulary is start developing your vocabulary, as I told you, through words like synonyms and antonyms.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? And try to replace the normal words that you use in every day with advanced vocabulary. That will
Okay.
make you a better speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So next, I think there are a few activities also. There are a few pictures that are given to you, and you have to develop a story out of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
There is like what I can observe from this these pictures, like
Hmm.
it has gives a kind of story. Like
Hmm.
two persons are meeting at a place, or
Hmm.
they met coincidentally,
Hmm.
and they are talking, and they developed a
Hmm.
friendship bond. But
Hmm.
the she likes that man,
Hmm.
and he when she told him that about her feelings,
Hmm.
then
Hmm.
he was upset or he rejected her.
Okay.
She maybe she became obsessed with that person, and
Hmm.
she doing that wrong thing. Like there is, I can see a blade in that picture, which is
Yeah.
scraped on the hand.
Yes. So you can say that she became extremely obsessed with the guy, and because of that, what happened is that she was not ready to accept a no.
Yes,
This also is a very common issue with a lot of people, because we take when we become obsessed with something. It can be an exam also. Sometimes we're so obsessed with the exams. What happens is that if we are unable to clear the exam, we take a very drastic step like suicide, or taking our own life or injuring ourselves. So
yes,
even that kind of an obsession is unhealthy, because at the
yes,
end of the day, it is just an exam you know
yes,
and if
yes,
you don't become an engineer or a doctor, doesn't mean that the world is going to fall apart. But when we are obsessed, so what happens is that our rational and logical mind stops thinking.
okay,
We are overloaded with emotions.
yes, ma'am. And
Yeah.
we
So
only think of a particular thing, that we have lost this or we don't have this, then what to do? Don't have anything.
absolutely, absolutely. That's why I use that switch on off thing. What
Yes,
is
ma'am.
most important in life is to have emotional regulation and not become obsessed. To like
Yes,
something, to have a goal in life, everything is acceptable. But to harm yourself for person, exam, job, or whatsoever it is, that is something which makes it negative.
yes, ma'am.
So here
True.
in the story, they have shown that kind of an obsession in personal relationship. But at your age, I think what is more important is having that obsession with exams. You must have seen so many children, they go to quota to take
Yes,
this
ma'am.
coaching, and then we hear about such stories that they take their life, they jump, they do this, they do that. Oh my God, it's so heart wrenching.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Like
and some people end up in depression and anxiety, and they regularly take pills for that. And sometimes I also think that why to end up in depression or anxiety or take up your own life, if we have not cleared this particular exam or we have not passed this exam, it doesn't mean that our life has ended. There are no other paths we can follow. It's just that maybe because of family pressure, that the
you
students also think that now we don't have anything. So
know.
there are many reasons behind this particular action they take.
Yeah, and sometimes now, I think the latest thing is that even the parents are not pressurizing
Yes,
consciously.
ma'am.
Even the parents are
Yes,
like, okay, it's all right, because no parent wants their child to end up in a situation like this. So the parents
yes,
have
ma'am.
started accepting failures. But
Yes,
personally, we can't accept failures. We have become so obsessed with results, so obsessed with perfection, that we
yeah,
ourselves have developed this kind of an obsessive disorder, that we cannot accept कि मेरे से एग्जाम क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ. Now there is no pressure from parents also. So
yes,
it's
ma'am.
now that thing is not correct, because it's important to be playful at your age, playful at
Yes,
every age, but at your age it's more important to be playful. And you've not even started enjoying life. Life is like this. One exam is this. So you
yes,
can't
ma'am.
you can't fix your perspective just on that four wall room.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
But so it's very important to have that kind of emotional regulation. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
I think it's many a times when we are speaking to students and their parents are very chill. Parents are not like parents 2 decades ago who used to slap
Yes.
their kids. Parents don't even say anything now.
Yes,
Children are
ma'am.
becoming like that on their own.
The roles are vice versa. Like I have seen that one of my friends, she doesn't score good marks. Her parents doesn't say anything, but she is really serious and she is serious every time that I have to study, I have to score good marks. I said, just chill, bro. There's
Yeah,
no need to be this serious even during normal school days when it's not exam time. You can
yeah.
study, you can be consistent, but even when there is no pressure, so why are you this serious?
I'm so happy that you come from this, solid mindset, because this is what is going to take you ahead in life. Your marks and everything is important. Everything in life is important till the time you're able to regulate it as a
Yes, ma'am.
part of your life, not like your complete life. Everything is just, these are like different steps that you have to take eventually. It's a journey, for 60 years, 70 years. It's like you have come here to travel for 60, 70, 80 years. So everything is a
Yes,
part of that
ma'am.
journey. You take some solid calculated steps at the right age, your life will become easy. If you don't take them, your life will become complicated. That's all that is going to happen. Nothing
Yes,
more is going
ma'am.
to happen. So people who are
Yes,
studying very very hard and who are following a set pattern, probably they get a particular job, a particular whatever they have in their mind, maybe 2 3 years earlier than somebody who's not that focused. But that
yes,
doesn't define
ma'am.
your success. Success again is like a big term. When you will be in your 30s, success will look different as it used to look when you were in your 20s. When you become 40, it looks in terms of your health. You should be more healthy, you should be fit,
Yes,
your body
ma'am.
should not be diseased. So these definitions, they keep on changing in life.
Yes,
So
as
we,
we gain experience,
yeah,
yes, ma'am. As we gain experience, our perspective changes. Even when I was 13 years old and now I'm 14, so
yeah,
my perspective has changed a lot. So that's
yes,
what happens in our future
yes.
as well.
So you, one should be consistent, as you said, one should be hardworking, you should be focused, everything well. But obsession is something that you should not develop for anything, not even for exams, not even for people, not even for person. It should not be like, this is my dream job, if I don't get into it, oh my god, pata nahi kya ho jayega. So nothing happens. Let me tell you,
Yes,
after 5 years you will regret. You will say, why was I studying so much for this job? I could have done something better. So human
yes.
beings are like that. I
Sometimes
think,
it also happens because of lack of knowledge, because we only know one thing. If we study this, we can only do this. So
yeah,
sometimes it's lack of knowledge and experience that we are not aware about many things that is happening, and there are many job opportunities available out there.
correct, correct. But anywhere, this age of yours is so crucial, because you have to take a step like, what do you have to study in your 11th and 12th, and that actually gives you the foundation most of the time. Then again, there are people who don't follow what they study in 11th and 12th also. That's also all
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
But still it is better to have that focus. But whatever the situation is, if you feel you are obsessed with something, or your friend is obsessed with something, it's always advisable to speak to your trusted adults, like your parents. If you cannot do to your parents, then maybe a counselor in school,
Yes,
or your
ma'am.
teacher, rather than discussing it with people in the same age bracket. Because
Yeah.
what happens is that a person who's 14 or 15 will have similar kind of a mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah, so most of the time what happens is that we discuss it only with our friends, rather than discussing it with our parents, or some other trusted adult. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
important to have that bond with your teachers, with your parents, or anybody. It can be your sibling also. If in case you have a sibling, he or she can give you a good perspective. So if even if your friends, if you feel that I am okay, I have emotional regulation, but my friend lacks it, so then it
Yes.
becomes a responsibility of a good friend to teach that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes, to help your friend come out of that obsession,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yeah, so I think modern studies, these are the things which actually shape your success.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about that education will only lead us to success. There are many other factors. If we don't balance it, it will
Yeah.
not help us. There
Yes.
should be an equilibrium with
Hmm.
all these skills and education so that it
Correct.
can lead us to success.
Correct. And I think in schools also nowadays you have so many life skills classes. You would also be
Yes.
having have life skills as a curriculum.
Yes, ma'am. There are many classes like there in ninth, CBSE has only introduced the vocational subject where we
Hmm.
learn many skills. And we have to opt for that. There are many options for AI, IT, data science, marketing, painting, music, and many others.
Hmm.
And when we are in school, like in sixth, when we are in primary or fifth, sixth, at
Hmm.
that time our school only introduced many skills. There are for coding, for cooking skills, and many more things that are new for us. So
Yeah,
that
CBSE has introduced. Do we have a similar kind of a thing in ICSE and IB also? IB
I
in any
don't.
case works on a different. It has a better, balanced approach in terms of their curriculum. CBSE still has a lot of emphasis on academia, but they have also
Yes.
started infusing the other courses. Yeah.
Yes, but what I feel is still academics is given the more importance than other things.
Mhm.
But I think that they should not be given that much importance because not
Mhm.
these education will not only help us. For example, if
Mhm.
someone is good at music or dance, and maybe they want to become a singer or a dancer, so at
Mhm.
that time even they have enough knowledge or adequate amount of knowledge that will help them, so there
Mhm.
should be an encouragement from teachers as well as from the CBSE that
Mhm.
you can also pursue these things if
Mhm.
even if you have a little bit knowledge or adequate knowledge about education and other particular subjects.
Yes, yes. I think these transitions are always slow. So it is blatantly saying that nothing is happening, no improvement is there would not be correct, would be misleading. Of course, there are changes, but those changes are gradual and slow. Like if we
Yes.
see during our time, it was absolutely different. But in 1 decade or 2 decades, for that matter, things have changed so much. But then again, it just in just one lifetime of 50 to 60 years, how many things, it's like a mammoth of civilization. So for those changes to become tangible, you require more lifespan. So
Yes, ma'am.
that's the
True.
thing. But there are changes, and I'm so happy when I have interaction with the young students like you. It makes my heart so full that you people understand what is important in life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it was so lovely having this interaction with you. And I look forward to having more interactions and more sessions with you, Anushka, in future. All the very best. Keep learning, and that you can follow that tip that I gave to you for your
Okay.
vocabulary. Yeah, because when we have like extensive vocabulary, it automatically makes us more impactful and effective as a communicator.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that's all
Yes.
from my
Thank
side
you.
as of now. Do you wish to ask or any doubt or anything? Please feel free.
I have one question and a doubt. Like, if we don't know the answer of a particular question,
Hmm.
and we are being asked like in these sessions or or at any spot, so how
Hmm.
do we answer to that? Like, if we don't know the particular answer to the
Like you
question.
attempted it, it's very good to just humbly accept that right now I don't have an answer. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Just say that right now I do not know the exact meaning of the word, but I would come back with the meaning in the next session.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
So that shows that you have taken the feedback in a constructive fashion, and you are a learner kind of a person who wants to learn new things. So there
it.
is
Okay,
no
ma'am.
resistance from your end that I don't know this. So just say that right now I don't have an answer, but I would come back with the answer in the next session.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lovely meeting you. Thank you. Have a
Likewise,
nice.
likewise. All the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care.